Unlisted. I wonder what that means. This is just an experiment here. Chat. Okay. Well. Well, I guess I'm live. Looks like it's working. Right. So, I guess it works. Maybe I'll just stop right now and use this for future streams. See if anybody actually comes in here. Yep, we're gonna stop it. Let's see if I can see it on my phone. Channel, live. Not showing up. Unlisted. Cool. Let's see if that works. Now, why can't I see this on my phone? Hello, whoever you are. Don't mind me, I'm just trying out this live and seeing if I can actually broadcast it on my tablet and see it on my phone as well. Looks like I'm not able to. But we're trying something new here. Got two people in here. Hello to you. If you can, say something in the chat so I can actually see if the chat is working. This is something new to me, you guys. Anybody home? Anybody there? I see two people in the room. Talk to me in the chat. Help me work through this, if you will. Because I want to talk to you about something. You see the title. I want to talk about the secret, if there is one, to husbands not cheating. Inspired by something I saw on Instagram.
With these headphones, it's going to sound like...
Nope, that's not right. Well, since nobody's going to say something in the chat, that's fine. Go ahead and be silent. Enjoy yourselves. while I try to figure this out and talk to you guys about the topic. So, I'm Evo Sosa, and I am trying to do a live here for you guys to see exactly how this is going to work out. I'm still not able to see the live on my phone, though. And I thought you could do that, have it broadcasting on one, the tablet, and then seeing it on the telephone, which I'm not able to access. Oh, wait, yes, I am. Okay, let's go. Let's see. I see Gold P, the Builders Table, Mary Williams, D Remedy. Peace, y'all. I don't know why I can't see you on my tablet here, but I can certainly see you on the telephone. Anyway, what's happening, Gold P? Hey, it's good to see you in the room, brother. Everybody introduce yourselves to everybody. I like to treat this as though we are in a public meeting and in each other's face, even though it's just virtual. So, Mary Williams, that woman there, you guys, D Remedy and the Builders Table Go P, that is actually my mother. And she's a phenomenal woman. And D Remedy, a real live brother, solid brother, as well as Gold P. And I thank you all for joining me here today on this rare live. I don't do these things often, but I wanted to talk about something today. It just kind of come off the top of the dome. And oh yeah, no problem, D Remedy. Yeah, I gotta keep it real. I don't know how to do a show, even though this is called the Evo Sosa Show. I only know how to come off authentic, That's just what I am. But we're going to talk about something that I don't think anyone's covered on YouTube, which is a strategy. I'm trying to learn how to maneuver over here if I'm going to take this seriously. I'm going to talk about what exactly makes husbands not cheat, And well, it's really no secret. It's really no secret at all to it. It's but if I were to make it complicated, I would think first of all, if you're going to get married to somebody, well, you want to make sure that whoever you get married to is somebody that is going to keep you captivated and has a certain what would I call it? She keeps you captivated with her erotica, and it's comparable to whatever fantasy you have in your mind about a woman, whatever it is you like, and make it something that's not sexual, okay? Because that aspect of your relationship or your marriage kind of wears down if you overdo it. So you want to make sure that whatever it is that you choose a woman for, and whatever you find attractive or whatever that makes you rise, is something that is not attached to something that's fleeting, like sex can be. That's first and foremost. I think another thing that kind of enables, I'm only going to speak personally. Let me just go ahead and be real with y'all. I have mastered what's called impulse control. And the only way I've been able to master impulse control is through countless failures. And I'm talking, I don't want to talk about how many women I've been with, because it's been quite a few. But countless failures have been the, what's up, who's that, Raining Woman? What's going on? Good to see you in the building. Hey. Welcome in, Raining Woman. We're talking about the secret to why or the secret that makes husbands not cheat. And I'm trying to make this interesting without just going right straight to the point. How the hell we just gonna do it the way we do it here, because I don't do lives too often. But like I said, the secret to husbands not cheating is impulse control. If you're going to get married, you want to have that under, you want to have that in the forefront of your mind. You want to be able to master impulse control. What exactly is impulse control? Impulse control is, it looks like this. When I'm driving down the street and it's summertime out here in Cali and the women are out and they out dressed the way they dress, you know what I mean. Now, if I'm driving down a road and I see a woman and she gives me attention and she likes what she sees, I'm going to naturally react to that because I'm a man. I mean, she's a woman. But what I'm not going to do is respond to it. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not going to turn around or roll up to her and roll my window down. Hey, what's happening, baby? What's going on? No. You look at that woman, or any woman that's showing you attention, as a matter of fact, yeah, y'all outside raining. Yeah. Beautiful too, very beautiful. And but you don't allow yourself to fall victim to that erotica, because quite frankly, you have everything you need with your wife. That's the way I chose mine. Everything that I need, she's got it, And ironically, it's something simple. I don't need to have big old booties and big old titties and all that stuff like that. I don't need none of that. All I need, she got to have a pretty face and preferably a sensual, sexy voice, man. Because when I call my woman on the phone, checking in with her, as soon as she say hello, I want to feel them shock waves go down my body. You know what I'm saying? That makes that, you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about, man. Those are what I need. I need a pretty face, first of all, because when I look at my woman, just by looking at your woman, you should have to fight the rise, You should have to fight that. If you ain't got that, then, man, I don't know what to tell you, homie. Just keep your composure when you get attention from other women if you're married. That's all I can say. But, no, not a deep, heavy voice. No. Sensual. Like the woman, Teddy Pendergrass, Come Over to My Place. At the very end of that, the back end of that song, when he's rapping to her and he's talking about, my car's right outside. Let's go sip a little wine and work things out. That woman's voice, oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Go peep that song out for the youngsters, whoever look at this, man. Come Over to My Place by Teddy Pendergrass. Yeah. That woman had a voice on her, boy. Whew. But, impulse control. And honestly, my wife now, I've been married before, and I did all that, pay all the bills, all that 100%. I've done all that, y'all. None of that means shit. I'm going to just tell you straight up and down. All these cats on YouTube, and this is kind of going off the topic, but I just need to throw this in there. All this stuff on YouTube, you hear about being traditional and paying 100% of the bills and 50-50. Yo, do what works for you. If you find somebody that you can build with, oh, thank you, Miller. Appreciate that, Miller. Yeah, man, we gotta recognize the greats. That's another thing I'm really big on. Music is a big part of my life. I can't get it out of my head. I got that Miles Davis disease. Music is always in my head, and it keeps my mood straight. But as I was saying, all that traditional shit, if it works for you, it works for you, because it worked. I mean, it's a flex. I'm going to tell you, when I was paying all the bills with my first marriage, I felt good. I felt like the man, I felt wonderful, but it still didn't mean anything. I mean, if a woman's going to mess around on you, she's going to mess around on you regardless if you're paying all the bills or not. And that's what happened with me. Then I eventually started messing around and everything went to shit. So But I don't even know why I included that information, but oh well. Just make sure that you have impulse control, as I said earlier. And there's something that I've done also. This is me personally, as a husband, what I've chosen to do. And I talked to Grinch on the phone about this. He said that I put myself in a trick bag. Yeah, I did, purposely. What I'm talking about is I have tied everything that I own. I mean, you can't see anything in this room, but I'm in a house in California. I've always wanted to live here in California. It's expensive as hell. I got 2 computer screens, a big monitor over here. I got 2 studio monitors. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable living. And so what I've done is I've attached all of my success to my monogamy. The reason why I've done that is because in life, throughout all of the women that I've been with, I've noticed the ones that have been married that I've messed with, because I've had a few of those too. And also being married during the first time, I've always seemed to end up in a position where I lose everything whenever I mess around with a married woman or who that? Purple Diva. What's up, sister? What's up, sister? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes. Salute to the West Side. Right on, y'all. I'm in the IE myself. Not to give too much out, but I'm in the Inland Empire. But as I was saying, what I've done is I've attached in my mind all the things that I've acquired and my level of comfort to my monogamy. So that way, if I choose to step out, the covenant that I've established with my Creator, if I break that, then I know that I'm going to lose everything I have, which has happened over and over and over. And I'm not going to keep on repeating the same mistakes over and over again, because that would make me a fool. Yep. And that's a secret that I personally have applied in my life to enable me not to mess around on my woman, you know. And I also don't focus on her being my wife per se, you know, even though she's my wife. I like to recognize her as my woman. There's something about that makes me feel, you see, it's not worth cheating or infidelity. No, it's not. It's not at all. If you're going to cheat, then just leave. I mean, it's really that simple. Why go through the drama? I mean, look, man, the times that I used to cheat, the times when I was cheating on my first wife, I mean, I felt justified because she did it first. But when I started doing it, I just felt like shit, man, you know. Aside from when the initial, you know, when the skeet happens, all the clarity set in. And then you start thinking about your current situation, you know. What's up, Jasmine? Hey, man, looks like a lot of DS1's people up in here. Good. Classic Creole. What's going on, sis? Good to see you in the house. Good to see Jasmine. Good to see everybody up in here. Good, like-minded people, too. I like that. As you can see, I'm trying something new, you guys. I'm doing a live. And I am currently in the middle of talking about the secrets of what makes a husband stay loyal or not cheat. It all basically boils down to experience too, you know. I think some of us get it and some of us don't. Me, I had to go through a whole lot of relationships and a lot of women in order to thank you, Classic Creole, thank you. But I had to go through a lot of women in order to realize my failures. And I started to think of my failures as undesired results, you know. I also learned a lesson within all those failures that made me stop saying that I'm sorry. And what I mean by that is I stopped calling myself sorry. I had to get to grips of what I had done and accept the fact of what I am and how I am. And I started to just say I apologize instead of I'm sorry. Because I noticed that kind of kept me repeating certain things because I was literally condemning myself, calling myself sorry, you know? So then I started to value myself and say, no, I'm not no sorry nigga, because every single female that I've been with, they've either said you're too nice or I'm not ready for you yet, you know? I've never broken up with a woman, ever. None of them. Even my first wife divorced me. Thank God, you know? Anyway, what you got here? Mella, what you talking about, Mella? Let me see. What would you advise a young man starting a marriage, the pillars of fidelity? Well, okay, good question. I would advise a man, if he's going to start marriage, first of all, first and foremost, this is the main thing. When you get involved with that woman, make sure, first of all, if you're going to marry her and you propose to her, don't kneel down on your knees to propose to her. I said this in a previous video. I know you think he may think it's noble and chivalrous to do that, but it's actually putting yourself in no problem, Miller. That's what I'm here for. This is the shit that I like talking about. And I'm going to respond to any question that anyone has concerning this. People say the first years of marriage is hard. How do we make that easy? Starting out as a new couple. The first few years of marriage is hard because you're getting used to how each other handles certain situations and certain energies. But I would say, first of all, to Mella, rest on your laughter. Don't have them kneel to the woman. Stand up to her and propose to her, because you're burning in her mind that position of subservience. You know, I'm very big on body language and the way people stand and talk and tonality and tact and all that stuff like that. I've learned that shit matters, man. That shit really matters. And if you're going to get involved with each other, make sure that you have mutual respect for one another, and especially during that time of proposal. I would also say that make sure that whoever it is you're starting your marriage with, a pillar of your fidelity should be your friendship. I know a lot of guys on YouTube say otherwise, but I'm here to tell you this. You want to have established as much laughter as possible. You want to make sure that the good outweighs the bad when you get involved with somebody. That's going to preserve the longevity of it all. You know, my wife and I, we talk every day. We have for over 10 years now. How long have we been married? I think I'm downplaying. I think it becomes a blur after a while, yo. So, but friendship. What's up, Tampa Supreme? Hey, man. I'm no goat, but thank you, brother. I'm just here trying to do my part to die happy, man. Pass along some secrets that may help somebody achieve and get to some happiness or something, you know? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm answering Mella's question right now. Mella's question was, what would you advise a young man starting out a marriage? The pillars of fidelity. I would first start off definitely with the friendship. Make sure that you have mutual respect. Don't trip over money, because money is just as fleeting. It's more fleeting than your sex. Money and the weight of a person, like somebody's shape. You know, now I know that may be important to some people that are obese and everything, but I'm going to dare say this. Don't put so much weight on weight. You understand? And pour heavily into making memories and your friendship, laughter, things like that. Put the person's well-being at the forefront of your mind. Make sure that outside of yourself, the only thing that matters in your life as anybody starting up a marriage should be making sure that one another is straight. Hope that answers your question. What you got here? Classic Creole. People say the first years of marriage is hard. How do we make that easy starting out as a new couple? Well, again, as I said to Miller, focus on friendship. Sex is going to be great when you're wearing each other out. Of course. But focus on friendship, laughter, making memories. And also, I'll say this too. Let me throw this in now that it's popping because I'm coming off the top of the dome here, y'all. This is going to sound weird, but I'm going to break it down. Embrace selfishness. When I say selfishness, I'm not talking about the negative selfishness. I'm talking about the other side of the double-edged sword of selfishness, which is the positive side. Example, right now, I'm in my studio, guest room. My wife and daughter are out there doing whatever it is they're doing. We're all doing our own thing. That's a form of selfishness. I might want to go to the movies by myself. I might want to go to the movies with my daughter. I might want to go to the movies with just my wife and I without my daughter. Selfishness. Don't be afraid to administer some selfishness in your union, marriage, relationship, whatever it is. Because sometimes you have to be selfish in order to preserve yourself. You can't be responsible for somebody else's happiness. First and foremost, you have to be happy within yourself in order to make anybody else happy. Okay? So don't be afraid to take some time to yourself, even though you are in a marriage. Or what you got here? 11 eyes and only 5 likes. Hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button. I keep forgetting this is YouTube because, YouTube to me, y'all, is kind of like therapy. I turn the camera on when I got something to say because I'm pretty quiet and introverted. So, but regardless, thank you for that. And I don't know how to mod anybody. Hold on, what we got here? Add as moderator. Oh, bam. Bam. All right, we got, who else we got here? Bam. Bam. Hey, I got mods. Classic Creole, Tampa Supreme, Mella. We're going to go ahead and put you in there. We got Tampa. I'm going to turn everybody blue. I'm going to have a bunch of Smurfs in my damn chat room. DC, the Purple Diva. Moderator. Bam. Where's Rain in that? There you are. Moderator. Bam. Mary Williams, Gold P. Moderator. Yeah. Oh, and D Remedy. Moderator. Bam. Cool. I got mods now. Yes, sir. Oh, I got everybody. I got everybody. Classic Creole. Jasmine's on point. I got everybody. DC, Jasmine, Tampa, Mella, everybody. Y'all blue now. Yes, no problem, D. No problem, D. I'm just glad y'all are here, and specifically you guys because I'm very comfortable with seeing your names, and this here. Doing lives is something I'm really not prone to. I'm not used to this. That's probably why I have the profession that I have. I like being alone. Anyway, back to the topic. Secrets of the marriage. I talked about impulse control earlier. Now, I think I might have to explain this as well. Because I can have impulse control quite easily because of my profession. I don't work around anyone but myself, right? But what if you're in an office setting? What if you're a man, or what if you're a woman? Better yet, since I have mostly women in here, what if you are, sorry, I'm going through the chat, y'all. What if you are in an environment to where somebody is actually advancing on you? And what if you're in a situation in your home life where things aren't so well, and your sex life has slowed, and you've been married for several years. Let's go. I know you guys asked me questions about the beginning stages, but let's talk about the long haul. And what if you're in that situation that I just mentioned? I'm going to tell you like this. When that happens, you got to communicate with your wife or your spouse or your mate, whatever it is, all right? That's why I emphasized friendship. These are the types of things you should be discussing with your mate, all right? And back to Classic Creole's question. I am an advocate of brutal honesty. Whatever it is that's on your mind that's bothering you, you should be able to address it with your person, your woman, your man, or whatever. And they should be willing to give you an audience, you know? Right, communication is everything. It is everything. The moment, and this is the reason why my first marriage actually fell apart, because the communication wasn't there. See, I got into trucking during my first marriage. Now, when we first started out, I'm just going to tell y'all the story how I met this broad. When we first met, excuse me, I wasn't feeling her. I was actually the manager at a gas station when I met my first wife. And I'll tell y'all this, and y'all can see how this was going to go off the rails right from the gate. When I first met my wife, she came into the gas station with a coworker. Now, this I have to explain a little bit more. I worked in Georgia at UGA campus. Very crowded, you know, there's a movie theater right behind the gas station, so it was like the club pretty much, right? Saturday, my coworker comes in, she buys something, she walks out, she comes back, maybe 10 minutes later, she says to me, "Yo, Ebo, man, can you do me a favor?" I said, "What?" She said, "Look, man, I got this chick out in the car. She won't stop talking about you ever since we rolled up. She out there in the car. It's my homegirl. Could you please talk to her?" I said, "What?" I looked outside the window. I seen her in the car hide behind the steering wheel, right? So I said, "Well, go ahead and send her on in. Let me see what she look like, man." So the coworker, she goes out, gets the chick, my ex-wife. My ex-wife comes in the store. Totally not what I like, right? I don't like weave, especially blonde weave. I don't like that shit at all. She had the two-tone, the black with the blonde streaks in it, right? Ugh. And then she was wearing a purple, like a royal purple dress, miniskirt with some slides on. I didn't like none of that shit, right? You know, I'm very basic. I don't like that attire, and I don't like the weaves, and so forgive me, y'all. I was a bit different back then. So when she came in, I told her, I didn't even say it. I went like this. I looked at her. I said to my coworker, I said, "Man, she all right, man, but you know, I don't like all that weave." And so I looked at my ex-wife and I went like this to her. Like that, right? I know, y'all, I know. What's up, Cynical? Good to see you. I'm in the middle of explaining how I met my first wife. We're talking about, I'm giving examples here of why things fell apart to lead into the topic. Let me make you a mod right quick, Cynical. Bam. All right. Yes, ma'am. So anyway, I told her to turn around. I did the whole hand motion to get her to turn around, right? She turned around. She had a nice body on her, phenomenal shape, right? And she looked a lot like Halle Berry in the face, which was a plus too. I've had the clone. One of my things in life, I wanted to have like clones of all the stars. And anyway, y'all, just being vulnerable. So I didn't like what I saw, and I made it vocal. I was like, I don't like all that. So they left, right? Y'all, I kid you not. That woman came back the next day without my coworker. Totally stripped down, no weave. She had some jeans on, candy apple red, little tight shirt showing the, man. That's when it got me. That's when it got me because she came where I was able to see it all natural. And said I was nervous but uncomfortable in that space. Yeah. Man, look. What's up, Treese? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome. Talking about how I met my first wife. But yeah, when she came back, she was all natural, and that got me, y'all. That got me. Now, we started our relationship sexually very fast. Uh-oh, lost my chat here. There. We started out sexually extremely fast and got married within 3 months. 3 months. Very reckless. Our marriage was based solely on physical attraction. We didn't have a lot of conversation. We didn't, wow. We didn't have a lot of conversation. We didn't have a lot of laughter. It was screwing each other's brains out, and it was good. It was good, too. Anyway, I was ready. So how long was the marriage, if you don't mind me? That first marriage was 3 years. Only 3 years. The first year was good. The second year we rose. It was a very fast experience. During that time, I got into trucking, bought, oh God, I made so much money then. Anyway, I bought a house, all this stuff. I lost all that 2 acres of land. Anyway, the reason we fell apart was because, in my opinion, I put money before cultivating anything else besides sex. I went out there on that road. My parents' marriage didn't last that long. I'm sorry, Cynical One. I'm sorry. I put money in the acquisition of it before everything. And it felt great because there were times when in the first year and a half where I would get phone calls from her and she'd say, "Man, it's only week 2 of the month and we got all the bills paid and the rent is paid. We still got X amount of money left over and we got checks coming in. What am I supposed to do with this money?" I said, "Spend it, motherfucker. Spend it." So not everyone is compatible. Yeah, no, you know what? Outside of sex, Cynical One, we were not compatible at all. And as the years kept going by, it just became more obvious, I found myself in a position to where I didn't know what to do because where I lived, I was kind of, what was that, Double C? What up, Double C? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Where I lived was in a part of Georgia, one of those cities where everybody's related. And she was related to everybody, man. The chief of police, everyone. So I ended up, during the and I'm skipping a lot of shit. During the downward spiral of that first marriage, I ended up becoming very victimized by damn near the whole city. Even though she was the one that cheated first, she didn't want to have that embarrassment. So she was telling everyone that I was being neglectful and I'm never home. No, I wasn't home because I was out on the road making bread, But regardless of the fact, of all that, I can own up to understanding that your presence is needed at home when you're married. Unless you are a person that can take your woman with you, and have her on board with you and everything. That's what I would recommend anyone being married in this type of profession. But yeah, I prioritized other things before the actual marriage, and back then I didn't really know, to be honest with you. I was very naive, and I ignored so many red flags, man. tell you one thing that happened. One day we was in church, my ex-wife and I, right? Dig this story, y'all. When we first got together, we went to this country shade tree church, right? Like 5 people in the whole damn church. So it was communion day. I'm up in church with my ex-wife. I haven't taken communion in years. So, when it comes time for the pastor to pass out the little cracker and the wine and whatnot, we had to go up to the altar and kneel. So both her and I go up to the altar and kneel, and he passes me the cracker and the wine. He gives hers, right? She ingests it. She takes it. Now I'm sitting there and I'm praying before I take this, because I understand the importance of communion. I don't want to take this in vain. So while I'm sitting there praying, she reaches over, snatches the cracker out of my hand and shoves it in my mouth in church, right? And then she was like, "Drink." She said, "You gotta drink the wine." And I was like, "Oh God." So I drank it, and we went back to the part where we were sitting at, and I was furious, y'all. I was so mad, and it just so happens I think the Creator was being divine that day, because I had a Bible and I opened it up and it landed on 1 Corinthians, right? And in 1 Corinthians, I don't remember what chapter it is, but it talks about that shit. And I handed it to her. I handed her the Bible. I said, "Read that." She read it, and let me tell you something, y'all. Whew, went right over her head. She didn't even care, But that, amongst many red flags, is something that I didn't take heed to, man. And because of that experience, I now know so much more about how to maintain in this marriage, and this is what I want to bring it back to: how to not cheat. Along with everything I said earlier, friendship, trust, laughter, building your marriage on memories that have a lot of laughter involved. Putting your friendship first. That's what I recommend everyone. But see, there's a statement that men say to each other when we're amongst each other. And for the brothers that are in here, I'm sure that you can agree that we've all said this. We say bros before hoes, right? I'm sure everyone has heard that statement. It's derogatory and it's funky, but this is the science behind it. Bros before hoes possesses the key for any man to apply to his relationship with his woman and be successful. How? Because that statement, bros before hoes, is merely drawing a spotlight to the loyalty you have with your friends, right? So if you take that formula and apply it to your woman, the loyalty that you show to your homies, everybody introduce one another. The loyalty that you show to your homies, if you apply it to your woman, hey man, you got success, because she's going to feel that. It's going to register to her, excuse me. Loyalty. Loyalty is the main thing that you need to apply to get a successful marriage. So I'm glancing back and forth in the chat, y'all. And being in order, as a man as well. That's gonna enable you to really understand the gist of it all, how to have your impulse control in check. It's called being in order. There was something that that was introduced to me as a youngster that I want to bring to YouTube, and I'm glad you guys are here to witness me introducing this. It's called the restoration of the real family role. And what that is a prayer that I was taught. It was actually bestowed upon me because the man who taught it to me has passed away. And it involves what I'm talking about today, being involved with someone, being loyal to someone, and having a good, hearty, successful family life. The restoration of the real family role. It goes like this. It says, Lord, bless our men to be in order and our women to be in line, so that our children will not be provoked to wrath, but brought up in the nurture and admiration of the Lord, and obedient to their parents within the Lord, for this is right. And that is the truth. I've learned that through my experiences. If you're in order as a man, everything will fall in line. Not just your woman, but everything. Your finances, your relationships with people, your job situation, everything falls in line when you're in order. But the key is, what does that entail to you? What does being in order mean to you? I'm not going to, what's he got here? Loyalty is hard to find, like that prayer. It seems that way, doesn't it, DC? It really does, because of we see the percentages of divorce, and we hear the mind frames, the mindsets of these people that talk about relationships on these platforms. We see post after post of women calling men dusty and broke, and men saying all kinds of crazy shit about women, and they're only doing what they know how to do, because there are no real answers. And if there are real answers, they seem to be submerged and blanketed by all the bull, But hopefully this will be the beginning of some answers. I'm going to go very much in depth about the restoration of the real family role and what it means for a man to be in order and a woman to be in line. Because if a man is in order and the woman is not in line, he will avoid her at all costs. A man in order can't be with a woman in line. A man in order cannot even he can recognize a woman out of line, but he can't align himself with that. He will not. He refuses. It's like oil and water. It just don't work. And vice versa. If the woman is in line, she cannot align herself with men in order, with a man that is not in order, excuse me. It just don't work. It's like fitting something round into a square hole. It just doesn't work. So that's another thing that kind of reinforces my ability to stay loyal to my woman. I mean, I like my woman. She cool. And just like I said, bros before hoes, my friends are who I'm loyal to. My wife is my friend, so I'm going to be loyal to her, And side note, I can't stand to hear that. I can't stand when I hear men say that men and women can't be friends, or when you hear somebody say to another person, "Oh, I don't want to ruin a good friendship." No, man. That's exactly what you need in your life. You need a mate that you're going to be able to laugh with and share your silliness with, your vulnerability, Be totally wide open with that person. That's what solidifies you. And that's the secret to not cheating. Loyalty and vulnerability. Impulse control. Things like that. Does that make sense to you? I hope so. Because this show works for me. And I don't think it's that hard. It's simple. You know, I try to break things down in life to be very simple. You can say classic Creole, the loyalty in a lot of these so-called relationships only go as far as the man's pockets too. And see, that right there is a warped sense of perception when it comes to how women are, when it comes to the parameters of how women view men. This has been something that's saturated in this society for some reason. I don't know why black folks tend to go this way, because it has not worked for us. Men are much more than what they can acquire financially, you know. We focus on those provisions and protections and things like that. Well, yes, we are supposed to provide and protect, but there's a hell of a lot more that we're supposed to do. Besides that, we're supposed to be able to be examples of how can I say this? We're supposed to be examples of how the idea of a man is supposed to be. We're not just utilities, you know. We are also therapists, because we see things a certain way. For example, my daughter just now learned how to ride a bike, right? Her mother, well, not her mother. Typically, when you have a situation like this and your child is falling off the bike, and okay, the mom's gonna be nurturing. She's gonna be baby. Oh, baby, oh, it's okay. Okay. The mistakes keep getting made after mistakes keep getting, mistake after mistake. The mom's going to nurture, whatever. The father is going to provide a more concrete explanation, or he's going to ask it more concrete. Why do you keep falling off the bike? Why do you keep making the same mistakes? Stop doing that. You know, it's a different energy that we can provide to different energy that we provide to the existence of the dynamics of the family. And it's been reduced now to just money, and I think that's pretty much a plan. It's too much of it going on. It can't be coincidental. You know, it's promoted in the music, it's promoted in the commercials, it's promoted everywhere, to view each other as either ATM machines or sexual beings. And you can figure all that out by getting this book right here. The End of Woman, Carrie Gress. You read that book, it'll break everything down to you, why things are the way they are. I think you guys, you ladies will like that book. But yes, what else keeps me from cheating? Those main things is what are doing it though. The tying all my success and my assets to my monogamy in my mind. I've hardwired it. That's the main thing. I know that if I cheat, I'm going to lose everything. I'm going to lose my house. I'm going to lose my daughter. I'm going to possibly lose my job from going through all the other things that I have to deal with, from losing my wife and child and all that, because this is what happened to me the first time. The first marriage, when I lost all that shit, my house, my daughter, all that, I had to end up going on the road and living in that truck and surviving, only being able to pay the necessities. There was a point in time where I didn't have a phone, and I was just out there by myself, reflecting, figuring it out, you know? What am I about? Why do I need to have so many women? Why do I keep on tipping out and finding myself involved in different women all the time when it's doing absolutely nothing but the same thing? Satisfying an insatiable sexual appetite, you know? I started to get away from that shit because I felt that I was much more than just that. I needed much more than just having my sexual appetites satisfied when it comes to dealing with a woman, you know? I love women, all of y'all. I think y'all are works of art and masterpieces, and you are blessings to us. You're the gateways to human existence. You know, I choose to acknowledge you guys like that. And if there are women who are out of line around me, I don't I don't get bothered when they say certain things. Like when I see these posts online talking about how men are broke and all these just weird ass shit. You know, why should I be bothered at that? None of that applies to me. So why should it bother me? You see? So what we got here? Let me peep the chat out and see what y'all talking about. Some men allow their urges to control them instead of the other way around. Yes, you know, because believe it or not, Classic Creole, some of us are not experienced enough with women. And we don't know how to handle the attention. You know, you may have a woman that you like. I mean, look, I'm just saying it like this. Some men can do it, some men can't. I've just grown to accept it. I think it all boils down to experience with women, though. I could be wrong, but I'm only speaking personally. I think that the more experience you have with women, the more you're able to kind of get to grips within yourself and how you receive the energy and how you process the experiences you've had with women. I've had a lot of them, so I'm able to realize that. Look, man. Okay, she looks good. She's beautiful. So what? She got a fat ass. So what? She has nice breasts. So what? It doesn't matter. I have somebody that's in my corner. Why would I jeopardize somebody that is in my corner for some new ass? That's just stupid. Let me turn this light on. Man, that's bright. Yeah. So, anyway, I don't really know what else to say about this topic, but I hope that adds some kind of clarity to why some men don't cheat. You know, I know I was kind of all over the place talking about my life and everything, but hey, this is something new to me, y'all. This live shit ain't nothing that I'm used to doing. But I'm going to continue to do it. I'm going to talk about the restoration of the real family role in upcoming broadcasts. And I'm going to break down what it means for a man to be in order. All right? We're going to start there. Then we're going to go to the women. And then we're going to go to the children. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to put some pen to paper so it doesn't come off all whimsical like I'm going right now because it's, this is live. So anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this. And I am going to end this live now. Thank you for joining me, you guys. Hope to see you again. Peace.